Hello everyone and welcome back to A Hoarder's Heart. For today, we're going to be talking about how you can help someone with hoarding disorder start decluttering. I know firsthand how hard it is to be a level 4 hoarder and to start decluttering and what those steps look like, and how I needed different motivation and different tools than everybody else who was just cleaning out their house and decluttering. There were so many layers that I had to peel back before I could start decluttering my hoarded house. So if you're struggling with hoarding disorder or know somebody else who is, I want to share what helped me finally get over the hump, stop being scared, and started clearing out and making space in my home. All right, so let's jump right in, because the number one thing you have to do is give somebody emotional safety. Before you even try to pick up and help somebody declutter their home, giving them emotional safety is the number one thing that you have to do. It's not just about the things and the items to a hoarder. It's so much deeper. All those things are tied around trauma and loss and fear and hope and love and peace, and gives them a sense of control in our own way. There's so much emotion that is invested into the items that you have to provide emotional safety to the person before we can start clearing everything out. I have to figure that not only is there so much emotion wrapped into all the hoarded stuff, that there's also the reflection of the public's opinion on hoarders. We get judged awfully without even anyone meeting us and getting to know who we are. So it's not only our own shame and isolation, it's also the public's judgment that we're just awaiting. It is such an emotionally charged act that's why it's so hard for hoarders to start decluttering. We don't even want to look at it. We want to avoid it because we're not feeling safe, and our emotions and our nervous system are ready to just explode and say, we're not safe, we're not ready, I can't handle this. That's why emotional safety is the number one thing you have to provide, either for yourself if you're a hoarder who's trying to clean up, or if you're someone who's trying to help somebody with hoarding disorder. Whether that looks like sitting down with them, talking to them, letting them express their emotions, you creating a compassionate, empathetic space to hear them. Because at the end of the day, all we want is to be understood and to be accepted. Those key things that help me finally start decluttering. Number 2 is going to be giving them permission to go slowly. Look, everybody loves a big extreme declutter where like the whole hoarded room is like cleared out in a day. People love that. It's an extreme transformation. If you're dealing with someone with hoarding disorder, or if you're trying to clean out your space, give yourself permission to go slowly. That's why I started baby step decluttering. I had to start where I was, because it wasn't just a physical journey, it was an emotional action that I was taking. So I want you to focus on the small wins and give yourself or that person permission that it's okay if all you could process was letting go of one thing. We're going to celebrate that as a huge victory, because sometimes it takes 10 mental battles to just let go of one thing. So that's why it's so incredibly important that we do baby step decluttering, doing the small wins. If we can only handle one junk drawer for the day, then that's okay. We're honoring the space that we're at, and we're also honoring the fact that we're taking the action that's needed. This also creates emotional safety, because no one is forcing you or pressuring you to declutter a whole section at one time when you're not ready. And we're also creating an emotional safety environment. There's no forcing, there's no punishment, there's no judging. Decluttering at the rate and the space that you feel emotionally safe to do so. And you all know that even if you declutter just one thing, I will absolutely celebrate your victory on how amazing that was. Number 3 is going to be sharing someone else's story, who's been there, because hoarding disorder is such an isolating disorder that you feel like you are the only person who struggles with it, and that you're alone and no one else struggles with this, and everyone else can throw out stuff easily, but you painstakingly can't decide whether to keep or let go of a paperclip. I get it. It's important to see other people with hoarding disorder and to hear their stories, but you also start to feel that it's possible. It's possible to change. It's possible for me to feel emotionally safe to start decluttering, and it's also possible for me to start taking these small baby step decluttering wins. I kind of looked at my channel on vacation and was like, oh my God, I hit 800 videos. That's so many videos. And for some reason, I felt a little embarrassed by it because I felt like I should have been further along than I actually am. But the truth is that all those videos from the very beginning were meant to be public, to show where I was in the beginning when I couldn't even make decisions on simple things. I had to show that beginning process so that even now today I can look back and be like, oh, I did grow. It was a slow growth, but it was a steady growth. It's important to hear somebody else's story so that you know that you're not alone and that maybe and quite possibly you absolutely can start decluttering your house too. Number 4 is going to be let them stay in control. I can't emphasize that enough. Whatever you do, never ever throw something out that a hoarder was not ready to let go of. I know you want to go into the house and get the trash bags and just start tossing everything in there, but I'm telling you, that's going to backfire in the most significant way because now our emotional safety is ripped from us. We're having a panic attack and we don't know how to process it. You have to let the hoarder be in control. They need to feel that sense. I know people think that they're helping when they're just tossing out all the hoarder stuff, but what it creates is betrayal and it creates mistrust. They no longer trust this process anymore. You have to find patience within yourself to go at their pace, at their baseline, where they're comfortable at. Because when you're in that space, that's where they start to build the momentum. That's where they start to build the confidence. When they feel like they're in control to let go and clean at their own pace and what they can mentally and emotionally process at that time. Number 5 is going to be a simple repeating routine. I'm not only just have hoarding disorder, I'm also ADHD. Sometimes it has to be very simplistic for me to be able to retain it and stay focused on the task. That's why there's baby step decluttering. That's why there's 10-minute decluttering or the 2-minute hotspot from Fly Lady. There are a lot of tools that we can start to integrate. The main thing is that it's not complicated. Whatever that little 10-minute declutter looks like, you can start in the corner and you don't even have to finish it. Just declutter for 10 minutes a day. And what it starts to do is that it starts to recondition the nervous system of a hoarder that decluttering is safe. I am in control. I don't have to get rid of everything in one day. What I needed was structure and not pressure. So whatever that 10-minute declutter looked like, it didn't matter if I finished the corner or if I didn't. I just committed to 10 minutes of decluttering. I can go at a pace that feels right within my heart. The main thing was that we were continuously taking an action, whether it was I'm in the bedroom one day, I'm in the kitchen the other day, just a block of time where I could focus on letting go and giving myself emotional safety and making decisions to let it go. It doesn't matter how fast you're decluttering in your home. It just has to be a simple, repetitive routine of decluttering. Number 6 is going to be shifting the narrative. When I tell you my internal dialogue with the hoarding was so negative and low, I couldn't even start. Society has told us that we were lazy and dirty and disgusting. And every time someone said that to me, it mirrored the pain of how I felt about myself. But the truth was that I'm not lazy. I'm not dirty. I'm not disgusting. I'm a human being. I'm a human being who is struggling with this mental disorder. And I had to start changing the narrative and the inner self-talk within myself. I had to tell myself that I'm not my mess. I'm not broken. I'm not the awful things that people say about hoarders. I'm none of those things. I'm so much more. And that's why if you're the emotional support system to someone trying to clear out their hoarded house, it's very important to give them compassion, empathy, and understanding, and also just checking in with them, seeing where they're at, whether it's a check-in Monday if you're helping someone. I need you to just step into their shoes and listen to their narrative. They have to change the narrative that they can do this. I am moving forward. I can let go, and meeting them where they are. And number 7 is going to be celebrate progress no matter how small it is. Every item let go is a victory. Every moment we took to face our clutter is a celebration because we're saying no more. We're changing our patterns, our behaviors, our baseline. Everything is celebrated. Affirm their effort, no matter how small. My YouTube family leaving encouraging messages since the beginning is how I got this far. Every time I would be honest and let go of something, they cheered me on. It was that positive reinforcement to every step I was taking helped me give the confidence to be like, all right, I can do this. I can beat this. I can take the next step forward. Positive reinforcement and celebrating each and every victory. That is how we've gotten this far since the beginning. I want you to know that there is always hope. Even in the deepest despair, there is always hope. You are never too far gone. You can always reclaim your space. I want you to know deep down inside that you can do this. Even if you are a level 5 hoarder drowning in your stuff, you absolutely can start cleaning, decluttering, and let it go. Promise the power is in yourself. Now, if you are the person's emotional support person, cheer them on every step of the way. I know it's a lot, and I'm grateful for you. I know it's a lot to be the emotional support person, but their victories also start to become your victories, and you kind of start to create this beautiful bond, and that their story almost reflects your own story of like, yeah, we can overcome anything in this world because everybody struggles with something. And I want you to know that together, as a community, we can overcome any struggle that we experience together. And my hope and my prayer is that this video motivated and encouraged you to clean, declutter, and let something go in your home today too.